Isn't it just incredible how far the tour players hit their driver, carrying well over 300 yards, rolling out to nearly that 350 yard mark? But the truth is, you may be watching this video and actually thinking to yourself, well, I'm barely hitting the ball 200 yards, never mind 300. Well, if you're currently in that situation, you're not alone. I've had it in my career a couple of times where I've struggled with losing distance for some strange reason, and it's not a great feeling whatsoever. But what I'm going to show you today is how I was able to gain my distance back by focusing on a very addictive move that made the golf swing begin to feel easy, simple, and more importantly, it gets you to hit the ball much longer. So if you're new to the channel, welcome. I'm Harry, a golf teach professional, posting content just like this every single week to help you lower your score. So consider clicking that subscribe button if these tips and drills in this video help you improve your golf game. And just quickly shouting out to the partners of the channel, SATORI Golf, who have given me an exclusive discount code for 1 week only, Harry20. Yes, 20% off your total order. The fit and the quality of the material of this clothing is excellent, so I'd recommend taking your opportunity on this 20% discount by clicking the link in the description below. So the reason why most golfers tend to lose distance is because they're too fixated on making sure they make decent contact with the golf ball. They're also so focused on making sure that their swings are in shape. They're making sure that their arms are moving in the correct way, their body's rotating, their shoulders are tilting, their head isn't moving, we're not swaying off the golf ball, we're not tilting backwards like this here. Too many things are going on in your head. So when you make your swing back and forth, you tend to slow down to make sure that you make a decent swing, when the problem is that is holding you back from gaining any distance whatsoever. And it's causing you to hit loads more shots, just like that one that I've just hit there at Pebble Beach on the 9th hole. Not good at all. We don't want that outcome because that there has only carried 188 yards, totaling out at 206, and it's gone well off target. So not only what I'm going to show you today is going to help you improve your distance, it's also going to help you improve your accuracy. So the addictive move that I want to show you today is something that any golfer, no matter their age or ability, I believe can do. And it's all to do with how their arms work in the golf swing. Now, if I was just to bring a wall out in front here, and I was to bring the golf club up as if I was to swing it like a baseball bat, and I just swing back and forth as fast as I can, but I've got to stop before I hit this wall here. What have I got to apply to get that club head to stop? I've got to apply tension. Try that now for me if you've got a golf club in your hand and you're trying this on the driving range or at home. Stand up and just swing back and forth as quickly as you can and then stop just before hitting the wall, or stop back at that middle point there where you'd hit the golf ball. And you can feel all the tension being applied through your forearms, all the way through to your wrists, hands. It's that tension that slows us down. We want to get you loose. We want to get you freely swinging with the arms. So we hear this swoosh on the way through, rather than getting so tense like this here. You could see the difference there. And what I did then was I actually allowed the club to whip through. I didn't put much effort into the body movement there at all. Yes, I was rotating. I allowed this whip effect of the club to take place, almost like you've got yourself hold of a head cover or a towel, and you're just swinging this back and forth and letting it whip through. Using your trail hand. You can use it obviously with your lead hand as well. If you're lead hand dominant in your golf swing, just like that there. Let it go over the shoulder, whip it through over the other shoulder, over to over. As simple as that. This is a great way just to get you freeing up the arms in the golf swing, freeing up that arm movement, just to allow that extra bit of effortless speed to take place that should help you strike the golf ball better and therefore hit longer tee shots. So I've whipped it through, but it's hooked too far to the left. Now, if we take a look at the club head speed on that one was definitely a lot quicker. My carry distance was still pretty low just because I didn't apply one more essential move to this. So the addictive move is a combination of the arm movement, getting the whipping effect on the way through, but also getting the body to work correctly. Here's the drill I want you to focus on, drill number 2, that's going to help you with this addictive move. So club goes across the shoulders like this here. You're going to rotate up to the top of the swing, seeing if you can get that butt end of the club to go as far around as you can. So I can get it past the golf ball here, almost in line with my trail foot, where the golf ball would be if it was in the back of the stance. And then once I get to this point in the top of the golf swing, the trigger for me here is coming from both feet, and I am pressing into the ground. So when you watch this movement here, I am pressing into the ground, and then I'm going to rotate round. So it's like I did a video a couple of weeks ago, focusing on stopping yourself from standing up, and all that was getting the screw in, screw down, and unscrew on the way through. And it's a very, very similar concept to this. We want to get that feeling and sensation of when we're up at the top of the golf swing, we are rotating, feeling the pressure in this trail foot here. You can see my trail foot moving just because of the way the pressure is moving. It's moving down into that foot, but it's also screwing into that foot as we make our way into the backswing, right into this heel of mine. And as I make my way into the downswing, I am pressing down, pressing that pressure now. From imagining that screw is underneath, we're pressing that screw even more in, and then we're unwinding the opposite way. So up to the top, screw it in, press down, and screw through like this. So combining that move with the whipping effect, this is what you will get. A much better golf shot there. Yes, it did draw quite a bit, but the carry distance has gone up, and therefore the total distance has gone up as well. And the ball speed, club head speed have both increased again. Now, the only reason why that really drew quite far to the left was all to do with the contact out the club face. Now, a lot of golfers, when you'll try this, you'll have the tendency of hitting the toe side, I imagine, of the golf club, or possibly the heel. So what I want to do is cover quickly how you can help yourself get those more out the middle and see straighter golf shots, just like the one you saw me hit at the very start of the lesson. So to do this, I'm going to take a rubber block like this here, and I'm just going to place it, for me, struggling with hitting them out the toe side, I'm going to place it ever so slightly behind the golf ball in relation to where I'm stood. I'm just going to place it just a bit further away like this here, as opposed to it being too close, just to give myself a bit of leeway with the driver. So I'm going to place this a little bit further away, just like this here. Now this block, placing it directly in the middle like this, allows you to do two things. One, it allows you to force the club to stay away from you, push the club away from you, and that's going to promote you to hit more of those centered strikes, favoring more so to the heel strike, rather than hitting them out the toe. If you're someone that's been struggling with that heel strike, then you want to place this box on the complete opposite side. And that's going to allow you to favor more so at the middle of the club face to the toe bias strike. So straight away, just from using something like a small object, doesn't have to be a brick. I got a comment on that the other day, which I thought was quite funny. You don't need to use something like a brick for this. This is just a rubber yoga block, £5 from Decathlon, I'm pretty sure it is, that you can get yourself to do this, or you can use something like your head cover. So those two things are very easy just to allow you just to hit those center strikes more often, because it automatically forces you to bring the club down in a way that delivers the club to the ball with that centered strike. Now the second thing this allows you to do is to get a very decent path. A very decent path number, very neutral path number. And the reason for that is if you were to attack this golf ball very much so from the inside path here, you would probably hit that block. Same thing if you were to hit that big slice and swing more out to in. You'd probably hit the block on the way through. Same again if you were to do it on the other side and swing too far in to out, you'd probably hit the block just after making contact with the golf ball, and you'd probably hit the block just before the golf ball if you were to swing ever so slightly more out to in. So this here straight away helps you with the two things of path and also face angle, so you don't have to worry too much in your swing about technique whatsoever. You can just focus on turning, getting the body movement to match that whipping effect of the golf club, and that should really help you hit those longer and also straighter tee shots. So I'm going to place this block on the heel side, just because on that one then I was struggling with hitting them out the toe. And I'm going to see if I can hit another shot more out the middle of the club face with a neutral path. Now I'm not thinking about anything else apart from that whipping effect and getting the ground to work in my favour with the body. All I'm focused on is just avoiding hitting that box. Much better hit there, well out the middle as opposed to hitting that out the toe. Straight down the middle, that felt effortless, just me focusing on that move on the way down with the body and just combining that with the whip effect, using the head cover. And it's given me a much better carry distance close to that 300 mark and totaling out at 318 yards. Great spin numbers, and smash factor is very, very good for driver. So all those things there, just from focusing on that whipping feeling of both the arms on the way through, taking all that tension out, and also getting that lower body to work in your favour. So be sure to go ahead and give us a try and comment down below to let me know how you get on after watching this video. And if you'd like more details on how to use this box more efficiently and effectively with the irons, I've got a great video down below over here that talks to you in a bit more detail about this and how my students who really suffered with a slice were able to gain a draw bias shot shape just from using this simple box. And the top video will talk to you a bit more detail about more driver tips just like this one to help you gain even more distance with your tee shot. So go ahead, check that one out, and I'll leave the links in the description below for more coaching materials just like my course management guide and also the 20% off discount code for you to use at SATORI Golf. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in one of those two videos over there.